Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Deep.
On first down, Tannehill. On the completion, Frank Gore. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on third and inches. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Nice little nifty play for them there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. The quick slant caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. They'll try and push it in with Gore. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 26. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. After the penalty, it's Yeldon, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins' offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's complete to Graham. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Tannehill on 1st down. He dumps it off to Drake. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back now with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. On the right side, open is Gesicki. 23 yards on the play.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Let's go.
On first down, Drake. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first and goal, Drake. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Tannehill. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
The extra point hitting the right upright, but it caroms home, and the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. On second down, here's Yeldon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Bortles now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing. And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Bortles trying the option to the right. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the... Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. The rookie Minkah Fitzpatrick with a pick.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. In for the score. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL, where he's now an all-pro.
Yeah, undrafted out of Penn State, but look at him now.
Just think about all the pass rushing moves he has, his ability to play against the run. Remember, he was a combo outside linebacker, defensive end. Now he's just simply one of the best in the NFL.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, Bortles. Powering his way forward. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. And even 60 yards. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Hank.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And Bortles going to sneak it. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Bortles to throw for it on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Carlos Hyde in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And now it's blocked. But he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a do that? I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
380. 380.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Buying time to tie. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony, with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. 43 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking that time for Stills. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here we go.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. Room past the 20. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Spread left, spread left, spread left. Set. Green 80. Hey, spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right, snap. Set.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Caught. Sc0rp10 Jenkins, right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here we go, here we go. Set.
Bortles now on the option left side. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
That one goes for 24 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the right.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And he puts it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now it's Tannehill. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Tannehill now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Tannehill. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
30.
Now Tannehill. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play here for the Dolphins on 3rd. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Tannehill hands to Drake. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Tannehill. A quick hitter complete. It's Grant. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And now Tannehill and the Dolphins are going to go for 2. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. On second down, here's Bortles. Being chased out left. Now he's got his man complete. The 20. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. A big play there. Bortles to Lee. 68 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's third down. Bortles to throw once more. He can run for it, and he went. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They're going for it with the out. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Dolphins have got it. And they're going to come up empty here on fourth down.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Hurry.
They'll start the drive with Drake. He's got room to run past the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now on first down, Drake again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up second and 13. On second down, it's Drake. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Dolphins on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He may try and run for this. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, sometimes a tough game to figure out. One play he looks so good, and then the next play so bad, going backwards.
Yeah, in a span of 2 plays, you go from hero to GOAT, right, to use one of the cliches. But I think what often happens is you have a big run, and sometimes you try and do too much with your next one.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here.